idea who she's dealing with.
Good evening.
Hello again.
I'm looking for Mr.
The sad saint? I heard he was mugged or something.
Yes, he was. But he left hospital recently.
You don't say. Well, I suppose it's good news for the homeless and the useless. Ask them, they must know something.
Goodbye.
Foolish girl and her pretty principles. Got no idea.
Mark my words. These murders are the work of a vampire.
A vampire?
Not a drop of blood left in his body. This is the work of a vampire.
A vampire hunter.
You'd best be off to your hunting then. For if the sewer dog is back and hunting all these poor folk, he needs to catch him.
A sewer dog? What's it look like?
It's an old story. A monster with daggers for teeth and icy claws. He comes of a sudden, nighttime, claiming innocence, then vanishes.
Teeth, claws, murders by night? Your sewer dog is my business. He's the kind of prey I hunt, milady.
Evening, miss.
Well, I never. That's a first. Customers who make that much.
I'm much more
Welcome back to the Turk.
Miss Cavendish,
You better ask Tom, sir.
why not answer me directly?
We respect the privacy of our customers here, sir. Only Tom can decide who to speak to and what he'll say to them.
Sabrina, tell me about your true feelings for your boss.
I love Tom. Not ashamed of it. Don't care if the customers joke about it, neither.
Does Tom love you?
Yeah, but he's always reluctant to take it further. It's not because I'm younger, or because of the colour of my skin. He hates jokes about us.
Who's mocking?
I mean, we're always together. People will talk, won't they?
Excuse my curiosity, but where exactly are you from, Miss Cavendish?
Something bothering you? What, my name? Or my complexion?
Believe me, I never judge someone on their place of birth or the colour of their skin.
If that's true, you'd be one of the few not to make fun of me. Just you, Tom, Dyson, Miss Fishburne, and of course Mr. Hampton.
I'm sorry if I worried you. I was just curious to find out if you know this part of town well.
Nosy. My dad was a sailor from Bombay, and my mum was a maid born up in Glasgow. They got married in London, and here I am.
This place seems, how shall I put it, very colourful. I'm sure it has plenty of stories to tell.
We get people of all sorts here. It's that rare place in the docks where you can have a drink without being murdered. At least it's not happened yet.
Your boss must be quite the negotiator.
Yeah. Tom's a great bloke.
So this...
Yeah. Tom...
What...
People don't appreciate that line of questioning round here. You best be more careful with what you say.
You look concerned.
This is a bad borough.
So you and your friends all feel in danger?
Tom's the only exception I've come across until now. But he's not like everybody else.
Goodbye.
You still working at this?
Goodbye, Miss Cap.
Good evening, sir. Have you witnessed any suspicious activity or strange event?
And what do you define as a strange event?
My name is Ichabod Throgmorton, vampire hunter extraordinaire and warden of the East End.
A vampire hunter? Really?
I know what you're thinking. I'm just another lunatic howling at the moon, but I'm not. The bloodsuckers exist.
Mr. Throgmorton, I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'd like to hear more about these vampires you're hunting.
A man of science? Well, I'll be glad to enlighten you. Did you hear about what happened to Jack Gillingham? Poor boy. It's a shame I wasn't around.
It's impossible to protect everyone. The violence seems endemic in this part of town.
But it's my duty. I am convinced Jack Gillingham was killed by a vampire. These evil rodents are spreading like a plague.
So,
I patrol late at night.
can I...
Actually, yes. I plan to put up posters to alert the population to the...
Are you asking me to paste posters about...
If you wouldn't mind. If you did that, then I can focus on my patrols.
How do you identify a vampire?
It's simple, really. They can't stand daylight. They're afraid of garlic and holy symbols. They also cannot enter a house without being invited.
Have you ever killed one of these creatures? Yourself, I mean.
Of course I have. What kind of question is that?
Have you heard...
Of course. They're dedicated hunters. A little militant for my taste, but they do let...
Were you...
I did think about it, but I'm more of a silent hunter. They're more of a sanitary militia.
So...
Vampires are just like every other predator. They hunt when they're hungry and follow certain patterns. It's just a matter of observation and patience.
I'm looking for Sean Hampton. Can you help me, Mr. Throckmorton?
The sad saint? He should be at his night asylum at this hour. But I cannot tell you how to find it, sorry.
Really? Why is that?
It's nothing personal, Doctor. I'm sure your intentions are good, but people who sleep there... they have plenty of reasons to hide.
I could make you tell me, but I respect your refusal. You really believe Sean is a saint, don't you?
All I will say is this. Gossip has it that when he was a child, he was molested. By a priest of all people. Funny thing is, though, it only strengthened his faith.
Maybe at least you...
Tell you what, go and chat with Tom Watts. He's a bartender and good judge of character. If he talks to you...
Goodbye. Good evening, sir.
Whatever.
Don't you recognize me? We met...
Don't take it personally. I spent a lot of energy forgetting what I did the night before.
Yes, you had definitely...
I'm Dyson Delaney. I'll try to remember you. This time.
Surely...
Sure. I wanted things to change. No, sir. I was an anarchist and I believe that exclusive property is a robbery in nature.
Do you...
No, I believe we all can choose to make it better. But most of us are too weak, too corrupt and too guilty. I failed for sure, but others will come.
I want to know...
I'm still an anarchist, Doctor, make no mistake. I just reject violence as a tool to change the world, unlike my comrades.
Do you believe...
I do not believe in much anymore, Doctor. But I'll admit I like your idea of peaceful change. I like it a lot.
Do you still...
No. I hope they'll come to share my point of view one day. I'll raise my glass to that splendid idea.
Is there...
How dare you say such a thing? I love this neighborhood. So friendly.
Why are you so...
Cynicism is the polite way to express despair, Doctor.
No reason at all to rejoice, then?
Let me tell you a story.
All right.
A few years ago, When I believed a resolute man could change things around here for good, a tragedy occurred nearby.
What kind of tragedy?
It was a bomb. Bomb that exploded and killed many people. Metal and blood everywhere. Shouts, fire, broken window of the shoe shop, the torn streetlight.
You lost people you loved that day, didn't you?
I've lost everything. But you know what the worst part is? I don't even remember where it happened. I've drunk so much to forget it, and now I can't remember where it was. I can't pay my homage to the dead.
I'm sorry, Mr. Delaney.
It's okay. If you ever find the place, just leave a flower for me there. Even if you tell me where it is. I'm not sure I'd memorize it.
What do you do for a living, Mr. Delaney?
I drink. I drink.
Why do you...
Maybe it's because I prefer dying slowly. Death can be so abrupt. Personally, I like to see mine.
You sound very sad, sir.
I'd love to, but I don't have the time. Didn't I tell you?
Is there anything...
How dare you say such...
No
Let me tell you a story.
Inebriation?
Yes.
Take this, then. And perhaps you could try to slow down the alcohol intake, too.
Hey, Doc, you don't really want me to stop the only remedy I can afford.
Goodbye. Good evening, Tom.
Good evening, sir. How are you tonight?
You remember me, then?
Of course I do. You're that man who seemed so lost when he entered my bar a few nights ago.
Thank you for your hospitality.
I'm still Tom Watts. Welcome back, Doctor.
Why does your waitress feel...
This part of town is dangerous for all, but for women it's worse, as always. Sabrina is a brave girl, but she can't help feeling in danger.
Do you think she has good reason to feel this way? Are you not worried about her safety?
Of course I am. The truth is, she's tougher than me deep inside. She just has to learn to control it.
How is it you can keep this place open? This part of town doesn't seem particularly safe.
Well, since everybody needs a drink, my pub is considered neutral ground by most groups.
You're something of a figurehead around here.
I'm only pouring alcohol for everyone to forget their troubles. Sean Hampton is the one giving them long-term hope.
Since I'm here...
Well, perhaps, Doctor. Peace partly depends on my stock of gin. With the epidemic, my supplies are running low.
How could a physician help you in this matter?
I have a small warehouse just past the quarantine line. Perhaps, with you being a doctor, you could go there and come back?
Doctors aren't immune to disease, you know. Very well. Show me where it is. I'll see what I can do.
Oh, thank you, sir. Here's the key to get in. You're about to save many dry throats.
I see. So you get pressure from all...
Or something like that. Nothing that a few wise words and a bottle of gin can't solve.
What can you tell me?
It's not that bad. Thanks to people like the sad son.
Who?
Sean Hampton, our own private holy figure. Few are foolish enough to make peace with the gangs. Sean...
Sabrina seems...
I like her too, I really do. I know I'm her boss, and I'm much older and all. But I like her, for sure.
What is bothering you, then?
Sabrina is an angry one. She wears it like a coat. I'm not sure I can make her shed that anger. It hurts to see her like that.
Tom?
I heard the sad saint was recovering at Pembroke Hospital. Did he leave or something?
I believe he returned to his flock. Can you confirm that?
Oh, I bet you're right. Sean can't help but worry about the poor and sick. Oh, I guess it has something.
Please, tell me.
Well, I don't like to gossip, but I heard that the sad saint was abandoned as a baby in front of a Catholic orphanage in Dublin. That would explain his faith and need to help everyone.
The important thing is I find him. Quickly.
Why not try his night asylum? He takes care of those who need a meal or a roof there.
Where is it?
It's in an old warehouse, northwest of here. Just follow the bank to the west and go north when you reach the end of the pier.
Goodbye, Mr.
So few clients. The epidemic, no one dares go outside.
Are they stupid or something?
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Why must it always be a good evening?
I was just being polite.
Don't like questions or doctors. And the name is Seymour Fishburne, if you must know.
What's your...
I take care of my mum. It's what I do.
Sometime.
I just want her to smile. No, I was thankful for her patience, appreciated like... God, no.
You...
I lost the necklace I bought her. I'm a fucking idiot.
What can you...
A shithole filled with... Well,
Are you...
no.
Do you require... I don't know.
And is it your...
Goodbye. Hello, boy.
Hello. Good evening.
Did I scare you? You have not...
No, it's just that
Well, I won't. I'm a doctor.
my name is Rufus, sir. Rufus Kingsbury.
What can you...
It's all about staying out of trouble. But since most people prefer to avoid me, it's pretty easy.
Why do...
They call me Rufus the Curse. Around here, I'm a bit of a bad luck charm.
Have you ever thought about leaving?
Where else would I go? At least I know these streets and some people around here. This is my city, for better or worse.
What do you do?
I listen to the news on the docks, sir. And I smile at those kind enough to spare me a bob.
Do you have a...
It's hard to work, what with my head and all. Since I was a boy, I've always had trouble remembering what I do and why I do it.
What do...
Things have been tense between the wet boot boys and the communists. They both feel they should run the docks.
Are you a...
I don't have any. My parents are dead.
So you have no home? You're sleeping rough.
No. I mean, yes. I live on the streets. I have no home.
You should be careful, Rufus. There are things that lurk in the shadows of this city. Things that prey on the lonely and the desperate.
I've known worse. I'm not all alone. I have Mrs. Fishburne. She's been very kind to me.
Why do you think she's so considerate?
I can't say, sir. I guess she's a good soul. Sometimes it's like she replaces the mother I lost, even if we're not related.
So long, Rufus.
Another disgusting ghoul did it, don't you think?
Seems like the guard at Frewen is on Sean Hampton's trail, too.
I'll send you to hell! Back in the grave, you! I'm gonna God you deserve! Die, vermin!
The wounds on this corpse are deep, the result of rabid rage. If this is Sean's doing, he's become a murderous beast. This poor man has just been slaughtered by a vampire. The body's still warm.
Best be on your way out.
Steady, boys! We've got one of them! Filthy fucking beast! Careful, there's your bloody monster! Send you to hell. Best turn around if I were you. Over there! There's one of them. Watch yourselves! Bloody monster!
Yeah, people are still working at this time, while you're all
It's locked.
soon before bed. What have we here?
It's locked, all right.
Out of your mind.
It's locked, all right.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr.
Good evening, sir. My name is Giselle Paxton, but I don't have time for men like you.
Have we met before?
No, but I just need to look at your fancy clothes to know that you must be desperate to visit the docks at night.
That's quite judgmental of you.
Sir, I've led enough strikes when I had a job to identify you as an enemy of the working class.
May I ask?
I'm killing myself scraping for a living. And you? Have you ever had to struggle in your entire life?
Why such...
Of course I am. Fuck, you're so blind. You don't even see your privilege.
Lazy people like you disgust me.
As I told...
Oh, a doctor. Born with money in a nice house, were we? Was Daddy a banker or a doctor himself?
What...
Tell you what, just spend a few weeks here, and then ask me that question again. If you're still alive, I mean.
You don't know...
Your manners.
You're right, Miss Paxton.
You tell me, Dr. Reed. You tell me.
If you have something...
Oh.
You speak...
You bet I am. Well, I was. Nowadays, I'm just another worker blacklisted by the big companies.
Isn't the whole point of trade unions to help workers in need? Why don't they support you?
A few nights back, I lost the money my companions had asked me to hide. With me and my sister being penniless, they thought I stole it.
What really happened?
I drank too much that night. Strange men saw me count the money in that bar. Some sort of militia in uniform. I'm sure they robbed me.
You lost your job because of your beliefs.
Those bastards really hate a worker who refuses slave wages and unsafe conditions. Especially when...
I'm looking...
What is it you want? Does he owe you money?
Well, I'll leave you...
I promised you I'd make everything right, Mum. Simple. Come now, Lottie.